it's Courtney and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I told you guys in a recent haul that I was going to go ahead and try this foundation out so that I could do a review, wear test, and all that good stuff. And I have been trying this out for the past 2 weeks, whatever. But yeah, so if you are interested in this foundation, how it wears, how it's gonna look at the end of the day, all that good stuff, then please continue to watch. This is the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Tint. I like to keep the boxes a lot of times when I show you guys because I just want you guys to see what it comes in for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing. This is what the actual packaging looks like. It comes in 40 shades and I got the color Y455. I believe that one is Praline. Makeup Forever is always really good about having a very nice selection of shades. I know they have like an Ultra HD foundation that's super duper popular. Not my cup of tea, but it does come in a whole variety of shades. And I'm pretty sure when I tried that foundation out, which was a while ago, I'm pretty sure I was $4.55 in that as well. Alright, so as for what the foundation claims, it says it is a breathable, full coverage foundation with a lifelike matte finish that bends and breathes with your skin for up to 24-hour wear. Full coverage matte, normal dry combination and oily skin. Alrighty. As you can see, it holds, so it is a little bit thick, but it does spread pretty nicely. Because I have a little friend right here that decided to pop up not too long ago, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal that first, which is what I would usually do. So if I have any kind of blemish or anything, I usually like spot conceal it or use some sort of color corrector or something like that. And in this case, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which is another one of my favorite foundation brushes. Alright, so we have none on this side, and this is full layer on this side, which as you can see, it's not too bad. Fortunately, I can still see my little friend right here. Can you guys see it? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not gonna trip on it. It covers it enough that I know the rest of my makeup will look fine. This side is the side that we use the brush on. And then this side is the Beauty Blender. And as you can see, it is a nice full layer. I feel like this is full coverage enough. It feels very comfortable. I don't feel it on my face. When it comes to sponge versus a brush with this foundation, I think that you can do it either way and it looks really beautiful. I think when you use a brush, your brush is soaking up a little bit more. So I use my Fenty brush. I use my Kabuki brush from Colourpop. I use a few different brushes, and to me, using a brush sucks up a little bit more of the foundation than using a sponge, but I think you can get a pretty nice coverage with either one, and I think it looks really beautiful with either one. As you guys see, it's a nice matte finish. It feels actually dry, so yeah, it feels nice and dry, even though there's like a little sheen to it, which I love. It feels nice and matte. And this is what my face is going to be looking like for the day. So essentially there's a few things that I wanted to tell you guys. So what I did, because this is such a matte foundation, what I did to sort of make it look a little less dry, I used the Mercier the glow powder, as well as the Smashbox primer water. So it does give it a little bit more of a glow, although it is still very matte. It feels really nice. And aside from the Mercier glow powder, I did not set this with an actual setting powder. I find that for my dry skin, this is the best way to wear it. Quick disclaimer, I did completely forget to use a primer, so we will see what this foundation is looking like without a primer. Right now it is, what time is it? 11:57. If you're interested in any of the products that I'm wearing on my face, I will definitely leave that in the description box below. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you guys in a minute. Well, not in a minute. Technically, it'll be the next clip for y'all, but I'll see y'all at the end of the day. There we go. Alright. Alright guys, I am back, and this is what my skin is looking like. it is currently 7:57. I almost made it till 8. So it did say that it was breathable, which I absolutely agree with. As you guys know, I have dry skin, and so I don't tend to gravitate towards mattifying foundations. However, this foundation just, there's something about it where when you put it on, it's not so overly drying that my skin feels the need to overproduce my oils. And for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and say that people with oily skin, this foundation might be your jam. Because your skin is allowed to breathe, this foundation would be excellent for people with oily skin because you get the mattifying without the overtly drying. It's very, very comfortable, and as you can see, even right now, like, I do have a little bit of oils peeking through, but it's literally nothing, and I actually attribute that to me not wearing a primer. Every primer that I've tried it with, it's actually done a little bit better than what it's doing right now. Even though this is not oily by any means, I do have a little bit of oil, but with a good primer, or with a primer at all, I don't get oily at all. So I'm just gonna attribute this to not wearing a primer. It did claim to be full coverage, which I agree with as well. Once I went about a pump and a half with this, with the brush on this side, we were full coverage, whereas just about one pump on this side, the equivalent of one pump on this side, and we were good to go. You could probably actually build this foundation up as well if you wanted to, because it is very lightweight, and like I had said before, it's more of like a almost like a gel texture. One of the days that I tried this foundation out, I did try to see basically how far I can go with the foundation, and it did start looking a little bit cakey around my nose. So although it is layerable, just be very mindful that you don't want to do too much because it can look a little bit cakey. It is actually very long wearing, but I gotta be honest, like, it does go into my creases, especially right here, a little bit more than I would like. The driest parts of my face right now are like right above my lip, and I have a little bit of texture around this area right here, which right here it's not doing too bad, but above my lip it did cling to my dry spots ever so slightly. But again, usually using a primer has helped that. So yeah, if you have oily skin, I'll leave that sort of up to you whether you powder it or not, but I didn't have to powder it with my dry skin, so I think that's a plus. I'm probably gonna put this one away for now just because it's so cold outside and my skin is already like had it up to here. So I'm probably gonna pack this one away for now. However, I am gonna pull it back out during the summer months and the spring months just to see how well it holds up in the heat. I think this would be like holy grail status for summer foundation. So basically, final thoughts on this foundation. This is pretty awesome. If you have oily skin, check this out. And let me know in the comments as well if you guys have already tried this out. Oily skin, dry skin, combo skin, whatever. Let us know in the comments. Let us know your experience with this foundation. I highly recommend trying it out. Alright guys, that about does it for me and this red lip and this makeup and my Christmas decor. What do you guys think? Yay? Yay, nay? Thumbs up if you like the Christmas decor. But anyway, hopefully this video was helpful. Give me a thumbs up if so. Also, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Share the video if the mood suits you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.